Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to draw and paint hibiscus flower. So let's start with today's video. So I'm going to create a basic diagram for the flowers and the leaf, and for that you need an oval shape because I'm going to create two different perspectives of hibiscus flower, and for another one you need a circle. So in the oval shape you will get different perspective, in the circle you will get different perspective. We can start with the oval shape first. Divide this into two sections, and in the lower section you can create the center part of the flower, and in this one you can divide it into 4 quarters, and you can have the center, and in this center you can have the center part of the flower. Now for the side perspective flower, you can have one petal which is more of a smaller in size because the distance from the circumference and the center part is lesser. So I'm going in that way only, creating bigger petals if I have bigger space, creating smaller petal if I have smaller space, and likewise you can create 6 different petals little bit overlapped with each other like this, and then you can have the center part of the flower and the stamen of the flower. So this is little different perspective, as you can see, right? Now the base of the flower, the green element which we see, and for this particular perspective it is simple normal perspective facing towards you, so you can have simple 6 petals into it in a little wavy manner around the edge. And this one is the simple perspective, so nothing fancy as such. You can have 6 different petals into it, little bigger, little smaller, little bit overlapped, those kind of things you can try. I'm keeping everything simple and easy. So likewise you can have 2 different flower, one normal perspective, one side perspective, and how you are creating the oval shape also define your perspective. So likewise you can have different flowers. Now I am creating a one big leaf here, and you can definitely have your composition as per your need. You can also create these things as per your reference photo, but I am doing it whatever I feel it is good for me. So I'm thinking to create 2 leaves, maybe few flower birds here and there, but we'll see at the end. So you have now basic idea like how you like to have your flowers and leaves and all those things. So I think we are pretty much done. Now you can rub all the unwanted pencil mark and make sure you're able to see the basic structure that you have created, so you can do things accordingly. And that's all we needed as a part of drawing, and then we can start with the watercolor. So for the flower I am going to use red color, and there are multiple ways to paint a flower, right? But I'll show you the easiest one to paint this particular flower. So I am applying the red color around the corner of the petal towards inside, and you can do it one by one or you can simultaneously do it for all the petals. So make sure you are adding the color at the corner, and then just clean your brush, and with the help of clean water you can start blending the color towards the outer area and fill the whole petal that you have. So in this way you will automatically see little darker color around the corner and lighter color towards the outer side. And because we are blending it with the help of clean water itself, so you have nice control over the color and all. So in this way it is easier for you to paint if you are a beginner. So I'm doing the same thing for all the petals that I have. So first step we need to do this, applying the color around the corner and then blending it with the help of clean water. In this way you have little wet sheet because we have applied a lot of water to blend the color. So right now it is quite wet. Now I am applying more darker color towards the corner, and because this is already wet it will spread eventually and it will not form any hard edges and it will look nicer. applying more color around the corner, and then if needed you can blend it one more time so that you will get little darker color. And you can also create line and pattern with this particular darker color while spreading it throughout the petals that you have. So whenever you are trying to do something like this, you will automatically see some lines and pattern around your petal area because you are spreading the darker color towards the lighter side. And likewise you can have a nice color around your petal. So that is something you can do, and you can keep your flower until this, but I'm going to apply more color. So with the help of darker color again, I'm going around the outer area of the petal now. So we have lighter color towards the outer side, right? So I'm applying color towards the outer area now so that we can have little lighter shade in the center of the petal, little darker color around the corner and around the outer area. So likewise you can finish your flower, and you can do it until you satisfied with your overall structure. Now let's repeat the same thing for second flower as well. So I'm not doing anything fancy as such, simply adding color around the corner and then blending it with the help of clean water. So exactly repeating the same thing what we did for the first flower. So let's do it slowly and carefully, and then we are going to move into the next step. And once done, you can add yellow color in the center, which we have kept negative. So these are the two flowers. We are not yet done with the flowers. We can do the last detailing in the flower, but meanwhile let it dry and we can start with the leaf. So I have mixed lemon yellow and cobalt blue color, and I am going around my leaf area. My leaf have serration into it, so make sure you're doing it correctly, and do it slowly when it comes to the edge, and in the center you can fill the color, so it is pretty easy to paint. So nothing fancy as such, just going with the green color and filling the whole leaf, keeping in mind that we have serration into the leaf area. And I am not going to paint the flower bird, but if you want you can have flower birds as well. And this is the first layer of color with the lighter shade of green, mixing lemon yellow and cobalt blue color. The more yellow you will add, the lighter shade you will get. If you adding more blue, the darker shade you will get. So I have added more blue into my existing green, creating little darker color going around the leaf area, again keeping it little darker, as you can see. And we also have the base of the flower, right? So we need the base of the flower for the side perspective, because for the front perspective flower we don't have base, it is not visible, so it is only needed for the side one. And that is why I think perspective is important whenever you are creating a composition. Try to have different perspective of flower always whenever you are trying to create a group. I have two different perspective of leaf as well. This one is the folded leaf, so you can have a simple structure like this, and you can add more green color into it to making it more darker. And then in between area, because I am not going to create the flower buds, so I am filling few area with the help of fine green lines like this. So this could be a random green texture that I'm adding in between the overall composition that I have. So something like this we did, and now we are going to add more blue into our existing green to making it little darker. And then I am going around my leaf area, creating the center line, creating the leaf vine and all those things My leaf is pretty much on the wet side, so that's why the color is spreading too much, but I think it is fine because I'm liking it, because I can see both the colors, lighter color and darker color both, so I think it is good to have. What we can do for the flower is we also need to create the center stamen, right? So that is also pending, so that is also something we need to do, so let's do it. So with the help of lighter green color, I am creating a line like this from the center. You can make it towards the yellow side as well, so something like this you can do, and then at the tip you can have little dots of red and little dots of yellow both. You need to repeat the same thing for both the flowers, little dots of red, and make sure you're using concentrated color while creating these dots, because we need very defined small dots, so that is why the concentrated color is important. And I think that's all. The last thing that you can do is adding more red color in between the petals to pop few of the petals in a little better way. But don't overdo this particular step, because we are already done with everything. We are just touching here and there to finish. And that's all we needed for today's video. I hope this video is easy and simple to follow. Please do let me know if you have any feedback for me, and thank you so much for watching. See you all in the next video.